I'll actually just kick you off the field at that point if you're trying to stall that much. We do want you to keep the flow of the game, folks. I mean, you might be up, or the game might be close. I mean, we still want you to play, you know. It's kind of hard, you know, when you don't have all these timeouts and things that, you know, high school and college, where you can actually stop playing, make some changes and do things like that. There's not much you can do with flag football.
So you allow 3 consecutive delay of games?
Well, we've never put a limit on it. We've never had anybody actually push us to that point. At that point, we should just call it automatic turnover. And we may have to do that if it comes down to that. Well, I've just never had anybody do that. But I mean, what he's basically describing is that, you know, they work the entire 30 seconds, which there's nothing wrong with it. But if they go over the delay of game, you get that penalty. You will go back. But we'll be out there monitoring, letting you know, y'all need to snap it. This is not the right mindset if you're going to just try to capitalize on delay of games. Because even if you do a delay of game, the clock's not going to be, at that point, it's not going to start until you snap it, so it's not like you're just losing yardage. The other team's not losing time, per se. Yep.
How many feet do you have to have in to catch it?
1.
Okay, so it's not 2 feet?
Yeah, I think it's in there.
Can you spike the ball to stop the clock?
I would think so. Has anybody ever done that before?
Like whenever you're swaying. Last year there was a catch the person made,
Yeah.
and the referee said it had to be 2 feet in. But I didn't think so.
No, it's 1. I think legal pass.
Come on.
Just have to have 1 with it.
College is 1.
So if you're catching it using sidelines, you have 1 foot in your get it.
Reception. A player must have at least 1 foot inbounds when making a reception.
Now, there will be a difference if the foot comes down out of bounds first, and the other one comes in with bounds, but
whatever happens first.
All right, let's move on. I'm ready to wrap up. I know y'all are ready to go, probably. But I will sit and entertain questions. Line of scrimmage. Yep. Pre-snap handoffs and passes. Line of scrimmage, offense must have at least 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Legal pass is defined as the ball thrown over the line of scrimmage. Now, happens every year. It's a pass-only play. Okay? Offense sets up. They drop back. They throw the ball. It's a reception. He runs, first down or not. A flag is thrown. Why is the flag thrown? Well, it's not a legal forward pass. He threw it in front of him. Well, he did not throw it past the line of scrimmage. So there's going to be an illegal forward pass on a situation like that on a pass. So whatever that is, I don't have them all memorized. I can't ever keep up with them. But on offense, illegal forward pass is a 5 yards from the line of scrimmage and a loss of down. So you need to make sure that if a situation like that happens, that's what's going to happen. Illegal play, this is another one that's happened. It is a run only or a pass only. Hopefully the referees will be telling you this, because they'll tell you if it's an open play, which means run or pass, or they're going to say pass only. They'll either say open or pass only. Those are the only 2 options you really have. Let's just say it's a pass only down, and you decide that you wanted to run it. Well, that's now an illegal play.
Yeah.
So we put that in there this year, because we've never had that before. That's a 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, and you're going to replay the down. We're not going to make you lose a down at that. We don't penalize you that much, but we will penalize you for not running the correct play. Okay? So everything else in there, center snap, the center may snap the ball between his legs or to the side. Center sneaks are illegal. Quarterback, we know who the quarterback is. Quarterback run. The quarterback cannot run the ball unless a defensive player crosses the defensive line of scrimmage in an attempt to rush the quarterback. Okay? That's the first part we need to take on. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a second. Handoffs and direct handoff, backward laterals and pitches are permitted from anywhere on the field, so long as it's not a forward pass. No running zone inside the 5-yard line on either side of the field. Inside the 5-yard line is a no running zone. Means you have to pass. It doesn't matter if it's if it's first, second, or third down. If you've intercepted the ball and you ran all the way down to the 5, if the ball is touching any part of the 5-yard line or in, you have to, every play from that point forward becomes a pass-only down. If you get a penalty, you're outside of the 5, it becomes an open play. But if you get back into 5, it becomes a pass-only, no running zone. Is everybody clear on that? It'll be lined off. I try to line off the 5-yard line with yellow so that it's a clear indicator, but as the season goes, the grass wears too, so it becomes dirt. So it's kind of hard to see, but we'll do our best to mark that for you.
Can running backs throw? Like, can quarterback hand it off and
Yeah.
go throw?
Yeah, as long as it's a handoff.
But you were saying on a pass play, you can't play like a bubble screen. It's got to be over a lot, just a screen out to
That's
the fly.
a handoff. If it doesn't go past the line of scrimmage, any pass that doesn't go past the line of scrimmage is considered a running play
Okay.
handoff,
Okay.
if you will.
Legal, but not if it's a pass play only.
Right, has to go past the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
And screens, we don't allow any, I mean, as long as you're behind the line of scrimmage, we're not gonna raise an issue, but once the ball is past the line of scrimmage, there is no downfield blocking, there's no running with the ball carrier, creating a wall. Things happen where players are caught in that situation, but if the referees feel that they're impeding the play and preventing the defender, they could call a downfield blocking.
What if, you have one of those kids who can't throw past the line of scrimmage, but they're making an attempt to throw past the line of scrimmage, and the ball is short for whatever reason, and the receiver just runs back towards the ball and catch it.
Well, we don't know that as referees, so we're still going to call an illegal forward pass. So if you're trying to help one of these players that's weaker, the goal would be to, if I'm coaching that child, I'm trying to have a receiver as close to the center as possible to make it as quick in a loop as possible, just to see if they can get it across.
Or just don't do it on a pass only play to lose that risk,
Yeah,
Just do it on a normal
yeah,
play.
you could do that as well, which is a good point. Yep.
Um,
I'm sorry, or is that good? We good? Okay.
If you're doing, are we allowed to do a play where we throw a slant to a receiver, and another receiver comes behind them, and then they just simply pitch it?
I would say so. It's open. It's a lateral.
We
As
can
long
do
as
that.
it's a lateral. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's not. It's a lateral.
Like a hook and ladder?
Yeah. Yeah. It's what intramurals live and die on. Trust me, I played against them. Any questions? Any others? I see a hand. Okay. Okay, let's get into the running plays. You can never have 3 running plays in a row, except this. If a quarterback ran 2 plays, or you ran 2 plays, and now you're coming into a pass-only down, the only time this quarterback can run again, and I'm not talking about a handoff, I'm talking about a quarterback running on a pass-only down. The only time they can run again is if that defense rushes. Anytime the defense rushes, it's an open play. He can take off. He does not have to stay back there. In a rush, we mean that they need to cross. Do you remember what the guidelines were last year?
7 yards back.
Hmm?
You have to be behind the 7-yard cone.
Yes. You have to start from 7 yards back. So we'll have these big neon cones right here. That's qualified as a rush. However, what's the condition here? If you have a lineman who breaks the line, not only is it an illegal rush,
They can run.
but at what point can the quarterback run? Do you remember what we said last year?
They cross the line of scrimmage.
The offensive line of scrimmage. Right. Because we'll space it out. We'll space it out with the defense. If you're new to this, let's just say the offense is on this side. There's the offensive line of scrimmage. We'll do 1 yard out. Defense has to stay behind here. On the snap, if the defense comes in, we'll give them about 2 seconds, but if they don't pull back, we're going to throw an illegal rush. We don't want them camping out in the neutral zone. Okay? Is everybody clear on that? So now you've got to go 6 more yards back. We're going to drop this other cone back here, so everybody that's rushing, the quarterback has to be back behind this cone at the start of the snap. If they break that line before the ball is snapped and they still proceed to rush, it's an illegal rush. Okay, so they need to stay here. The ball is snapped, then they can go full on. Again, the quarterback can run that 3rd, 4th, and 5th time in a row, so long as someone has rushed legally, or if an illegal rush took place up here, because they're not going to know. They just know they're being chased. Okay?